Balloons.
Balloons, thousands of these trash balloons over the border to the south already. What are they hoping to achieve?
A campaign of psychological warfare has begun on the Korean Peninsula. The demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea is now the front line of a dangerous and bizarre tit-for-tat. Thousands of balloons have been launched into the skies above the DMZ, while dozens of giant loudspeakers have been set up all along the border. North Korea has severed ties with the South in response to what it calls US-backed war games, and has recently blown up roads and railways which link the two countries. Here's an inside look at how this fragile border could soon deliver a foreign policy headache for the incoming Trump administration.
We are not far away from the heavily militarized border separating North and South Korea. And right now, we're on a patrol with a special force set up to find activists looking to send balloons, leaflets, and drones that way into North Korea.
South Korea is trying to manage tensions at the border with these daily patrols. Anyone caught by this force faces thousands of dollars of fines or jail time for up to a year. The stakes are high because North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un considers these launches to be highly provocative. There is serious concern he will escalate things with a violent response. Chae Sung-young is one of the activists drawing fury from the Kim regime. He's planning to launch 100,000 leaflets into the north, carrying messages personally attacking Kim Jong-un and his regime. Images like these that vilify Kim are treated by Pyongyang as a direct attack on the nation itself.
So you plan to fly this drone from South Korea into North Korea?
그렇습니다. 북한에서 아무 말도 안 하면 가만히 있고 또 보내고 그럴 예정입니다.
Their aim is to pierce the Kim regime's ironclad control over information, and North Koreans found with the leaflets would likely face severe punishment.
So are you worried that as a result of these leaflets being sent into North Korea, something serious could happen from North Korea?
제가 5년간 우리 정부 신변보호를 받은 적이 있어요. 전에. 지금은 저도 70이 넘었기 때문에 죽고 사는 거는 더 겁이 안 납니다.
Pyongyang has warned that the activists will pay a high price if the launches continue. North Korea accused Seoul of supporting the launches and has responded by sending back thousands of balloons of a different kind. In May, hundreds of giant white balloons carrying trash and excrement began to drift over from North Korea. Some have traveled as far as the presidential office in Seoul and beyond. The fear in South Korea is that the North could one day use the balloons to send biological or chemical weapons. While Pyongyang wants to avoid war in the near term, the array of balloons instill fear and strain South Korea's military. South Korea hit back at the launches from the north by firing up giant loudspeakers to blast K-pop across the border. The music is seen as a sore spot for Kim Jong-un, who wants to limit exposure to the outside world inside his impoverished country. One morning, villages along the DMZ woke to discover Pyongyang had switched on giant loudspeakers of its own. A constant barrage of unbearable noises now flood the border towns day and night.
여러 가지 소리가 나는데 사이렌 소리도 나고 막 삐 하는 좀 기괴한 소리, 귀신 소리, 그다음에 동물 소리, 늑대
What do you make of the activists who want to send balloons to North Korea?
표현의 자유를 저도 존중은 하지만 그 표현의 자유 때문에 저희가 겪는 고통은 결국은 저희의 생계와 생존에 관련된 부분들이거든요.
North Korea has previously threatened artillery strikes against the South Korean loudspeakers, and the concern is that an escalating cycle of provocation may one day lead Kim to use his forces along the border. North Korea is estimated to have thousands of artillery pieces positioned on its side of the DMZ. Analysts have modeled different scenarios in which North Korea fires artillery into South Korea. In one scenario, the North uses a dozen artillery pieces to launch a surprise attack on a large electronics factory. The strike could cause thousands of casualties and possibly affect global economies. In the most extreme scenario, North Korea launches a massive artillery barrage along the border, striking major cities, airports, and US military bases near the border. The think tank concluded this would lead to over 200,000 casualties and that there is little the US could do to stop it once it starts. North Korea has begun stationing more troops along the border while dismissing the need for nuclear talks with the incoming Trump administration.
My friend,
Donald Trump has touted his close relationship with Kim and made history as the first sitting US president to cross into North Korea. That visit marked a high point in diplomacy with the Kim regime. But Trump returns to office at a time when relations are sinking and tensions along this border are soaring. He may soon be forced to confront a cold conflict that is heating up once more.